Welcome. This is Kip Edwards with Chat with Kip podcast. Man, I got some interesting stuff to talk about in this short clip. Y'all know I am a pretty savvy investor. I have a couple of short-term rentals, Airbnbs, a couple of Verbos. I got a couple of investment deals, right? So I really want to talk to my people who's looking to become an investor. So these are the top 5 things that I thought would be a good place to start or a good starting point for a beginning investor and even some pretty veteran investors. So one of the first things I think is most important is to have a plan always in place. So you want to have a deal calculator, right? You want to know the analytics, the data, your return on your investment. So you have to have a plan for every investment property. So the number one thing is have a deal calculator so you can calculate your deal. 2 point for me is having access to funding, right? So in order to purchase properties, you got to have funds to purchase these properties. So you also want to find a really, really good lender to work with. Whether it's a hard money lender, a private investor, or a traditional lender, you need to have some kind of funds in place. I also tell people all the time, make sure you have something in reserves just in case you do need to put a little bit more money down. Things fluctuate all the time. So just make sure you have your funding in place. Point is definitely have a good, reliable contractor or a handyman, right? In order to do the renovations, in order to get the property where it's supposed to be to either sell or rent, you need to have somebody who can manage this property, put it back in shape, make sure it's in proper condition, inspections is done, just to make sure the property is going to function correctly. So having a good person that you trust, a good contractor, subcontractors, or a good handyman is very, very important for every investment deal. Number 4 point. Make sure you partner with a good title company, right? You got to have a trusted title company who is going to do their due diligence to make sure that the property you are buying um, is the way that you can resell it. Because if there's issues on title, it really, really, really sucks to buy a property and you can't sell it. I have done this in the past where I had bought land without looking at it. It was hard for me to resell it. So make sure you do your due diligence. Work hand in hand with your title company. And if you need a good title company, let me know. I always use Skyline Title. That's my go-to. So my 5th point is making sure you have a system in place to manage these properties, either a property management company or a manager in place in order to either rent these properties out, sell these properties. So whatever your plan is to do with these properties, make sure you have a game plan in place and a system in place to make it happen. Thanks again for tuning in, and for some more real estate advice, make sure you like, follow, and subscribe to Chat with Kip podcast. Thank you.